Sino nga ba itong dating USEC ng DOTC at sinasabing isa sa nagpanalo kay PBBM?
Before we go to the man behind and the story on how BBM became a president.
Atin munang kilalanin kung sino ang nasa likod ng panayam na ito. Sino ba si Dr. John Ortiz Tiope? Si Dr. John ay isang law enforcement professor at expert sa public safety. Isang socio-political analyst at part-time broadcaster at news anchor sa mainstream at social media platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man that I would introduce right now is an honorable military officer. He is a member of the class 69 of the Philippine Military Academy and has been a Deputy Director General in the PNP. He has been so many experience pertaining to law enforcement, insurgency, anti-terrorism, national security, and those things are very helpful pertaining to how he handles politics right now. And he is the present Secretary General of the Partido Federal. With this, General Lantion is our guest. And General Lantion, siguro my first question would be this. Before we go to the man behind and the story on how BBM became a president, who is General Lantion?
Sino nga ba si General Tom Lantion? Base sa ating pagsasaliksik, si General Tom ay galing sa class 69 ng PMA. Dito niya nakasama ang magigiting na general kagaya ni General Defensor, General De Los Santos at General Mendoza. Si General Lantion ang namuno sa Presidential Security Unit Pangulong Ferdinand Edradin Marcos at sinasabing siya din ang nagbantay kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos nung ito ay nag-aaral pa. Si General Lantion ay naupo bilang USEC ng DOTC noong panahon ni Pangulong Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Isa sa makasaysayang pangyayari sa kanyang buhay ay ang pag-aresto sa dating Pangulo na si Joseph Ejercito Estrada bago siya tuluyang magretiro sa pagkapulis. At sa kasalukuyan, si General Tom Lantion ang tumatayong Secretary General ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Ang partido na kung saan pinamumunuan ng kanilang national chairman at ang ating ka-17th President, Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Atin ang balikan ang kanilang panayam at bakit nasabing isa si General Tom Lantion sa likod ng pagkapanalo at tagumpay ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos noong nagdaang eleksyon.
Who is General Lantion as a person? Because this man is so popular these days, and they say that when I posted we would guess General Lantion, everybody is so happy and they would like to hear you. So, sino po ba si isang General Lantion?
Thank you for inviting me, Dr. John. Well, General Tom Lantion is a humble and son of a farmer. We hail from Region 2, Cagayan Valley, and our province is Bayambong, Kaya, where I was born. My first name is Thompson. It is derived from a gun because I was born after the war. And according to my uncle, when I came out of this world, it was so fast, it was like a Thompson. That's what my name is about. And I studied, of course, my elementary years in Murphy Elementary School, and then went to high school at the University of the Philippines, University High School, and took 2 years in college before I entered the Philippine Military Academy and graduated in 1969. So from there, I joined the Philippine National Police, or the Philippine Constabulary before, and then became the Philippine National Police. And then after 2 years in the service, I was recruited, joined the Presidential Guard Battalion, who handles the security of the family, the first family of then President Ferdinand Edwin Marcos. And then from there, of course, I was handling security operations when the present president now, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., took his studies in Green Hills High School. And after that, captain, I was the chief of the Presidential Security Unit and the close-in security of his father, President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. So basically, that's it. I'm just a humble person, and I've been in government service for 37 years. I've survived 3 revolutions, and I arrested the President Joseph Estrada.
Let's go on to the story. General Antion, many were surprised when BBM ran under the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. So can you give us the story behind this, the timeline? Because then it was being seen as Sara as the president and BBM as the vice. And then suddenly people were surprised. It becomes BBM, then becomes Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. And there were chaos regarding the party, the disqualification case filed by General Mangelen and this. So can you please enlighten us on this so that the people would know what happened?
Well, I was really surprised too, because we were only 3 years old when it was accredited by the Commission on Election as a new political party of the Republic of the Philippines. And I was really surprised because I was called by him to his residence. And when I went there, it was on August 15 of 2021. And he said that he has studied the core principles of the federalism concept and the constitutional bylaws of our Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Anyway, at any rate, he joined the Partido Federal in October 5, no? And then he filed his certificate of candidacy October 6. So that's the story of it. And I was, of course, very thankful, and it gives pride not only to this humble representation of yours, but also to the national leadership of the Directorate of the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, the men, women, members who sacrificed a lot during the campaign for the victory of the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.
General Antion, isn't it that you're the one who signed the certificate of nomination and acceptance of the president?
That's correct, together with our General Counsel, Attorney George Briones, and also his oath of office and his application form for Partido Federal ng Pilipinas.
So the Filipinos love the president having the 31 million votes. They should love you also, because without you signing the certificate of nomination and acceptance, there would be no President Bongbong Marcos, because that's the key. Now, yesterday I was listening to a commentary between 2 commentators in other stations. Then they were commenting about the political party. They said that the political party is just a vehicle being ride on by certain candidates. But I do believe that the Partido Federal is not like that. So, because the Partido Federal have number of functions and also plans. Because the Partido Federal is not for sale, as you mentioned before when we talk. It is more of you invite people, have principles, you have ideology, specifically those who believe in the previous ideology of the former president, and also on the concept of federalism. Now, General Antion, what are the plans now of Partido Federal? Are the members going in to be members of the cabinet, or are we just continuing our advocacy regarding the principle and ideology of the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas?
Well, our marching orders for the Partido Federal coming from President Bongbong Marcos Jr. is to expand, reorganize it, and we wanted that the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas will be the dominant political party in Congress. And therefore, there have been several meetings. I had several meetings with the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, the Governor of Quirino Province, who is the chairman of ULAP, we call it. And ULAP, the Union of Local Authorities, composes the Provincial Governors League of the Philippines, who is now the president of that league, is the president of Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, the incumbent South Cotabato Governor Reynaldo Tamayo Jr. And of course, it comprises also the League of Municipal Mayors of the Philippines, which is headed by Mayor Manong Chavit Singson from Narbacan, Ilocos Norte, and then, of course, the Councilors League of the Philippines, and then the Barangay Captains League of the Philippines. All of these agrupations intends to join the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, aside from other congressional delegates who won in the last election. So we are expanding, organizing, and of course, before joining, of course, our political party, they have to undergo indoctrination, and of course, we will be part of it because we're going to put up our Institute for Doctrine Development and Education for Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Federalism is really up for this country because it should be given power to the people. That's why he wanted to strengthen the barangay level, the local government units, because that is where the real power comes from. The Partido Federal of the Philippines is not a party of the
Elite.
Call it the elite.
Yeah.
This is party of the, just like you and me and maybe Andrew, these are the mamamayang Filipino, pangkaraniwan, we call it. This is composed of the farmers, the fisher folks, the overseas Filipino workers, the ordinary people. That's why he said that we have to give the power to the people. Participatory democracy, because they are the ones there below who determines what are the needs, like healthcare, their energy. When we were campaigning in one of the provinces in the Region 4, we call it Calabarzon area, in Mamburao, Mindoro Occidental. When in the middle of the speech, he was interrupted by the people shouting, and with their strong voices saying, "Stop brownouts, no more brownouts." So that's one of his priority programs, the energy, aside from food security and the health requirements of the country. That's why in his State of the Nation address, he plans to put up regional hospitals just like what we have here in Manila. The Heart Center, Kidney Center, the Children's Hospital, and of course the Lung Center. All of this is to be cascaded, replicated in different regions of the country. And that to me is the start of this concept. And we discussed that all the progressive countries in the world are all federal system of government. But anyway, since he's there now, I think his vision and his programs, platform of governance will be given the importance of power to the people.
Sila ang inyong maaasahan, may balitang totoo sa bayan, mga kwentong hango sa tunay na buhay, galing sa kanila mismo ang salaysay. Bagong makabayan na mamahayag, makadiyos, makatao, makabayan lahat. Yan ang mga vloggers ng bayan,